Hello, thanks very much. So what I want to do before we get stuck into the great work that's actually happening is just have a bit of a pause because I guess habitat makes fish happen, but people make habitat happen. So it's great. We've got a real recipe for success here. We've got such a supportive government. We've got activated anglers, and we can do some really great stuff. And I think now's the time to have a think about what the next stage sort of holds and where we need to be as a sector for the next 5 or 10 years. The great thing is that recreational fishers, look, we know habitat is a super important priority, which is terrific. VRFish is going to the election at the moment, talking around $30 million for a habitat fund for our freshwater estuarine and marine fish. But one thing we are asking for is building capacity of our fishers to do more, to lead more, and participate into this great stuff. We're also hearing from fishers that it's we're in here for the long haul. We understand that a lot of the actions that we need to do now is going to benefit the future, and going on what John has given us, it's very imperative that we use these great tools and decisions to invest the time and effort into those areas to give us biggest bang for the buck with the resilience of our trout fishery. So who should be doing the habitat? Well, it's everybody. Government's got an essential role. Fishers, we have the most to gain and the most to lose out of it. Researchers, we need them as part of it. We need an evidence-based approach. We need traditional owners as well. Private sector need to come on board. So it is a real partnership approach, and that's what we see all around the world. Just a few examples from over in North America. So you might have seen that there's an angler partnerships program starting up here in Victoria, which is really exciting. And I think from there, gives us a great platform to do some great stuff. Trout fishers are leading the way. And why is that so? Because we're ticking a lot of the boxes. Management scales are small. We can identify these streams and identify these reaches. They're near where we go fishing, where the clubs are. We know that it's originating from outside the actual fishery, and we understand what the problem is. And these kind of forums are actually critical, and some of the work that Terry and Tim Kermey's doing as well is all contributing to that. And we also fit the general profile of a habitat hero, which is generally someone that's part of a fishing club, who's generally a little bit older, got a bit more time on their hands, loves their fishing, and is more of a regional sort of person as well. So thanks everybody for driving into Melbourne today, because I know a lot of people have travelled quite far. So we are absolutely leading the way. The ball's in our court. So why fishers? Why should fishers be even more part of the solution? Is that with this new acquired knowledge is going to drive that participation, and that's what we want to see. We want to see more people volunteering and getting involved. We want to actually do it, and we're really good at brokering relationships, finding some solutions that maybe our other partners can't do. We're also very strong advocates. So when we talk about water extraction or logging or mining development, we can also be best placed to sort of stand up for those sort of issues. At the end of the day, look, public agencies do face budget constraints, but at the moment, we do have quite a successful amount of money around at the moment, which is great. So I think now's the time to look at building capacity into our fishers and also start looking at private investment as well. Why do we want to do that? Getting back to 2015, we had a great talk from Trout Unlimited, and this is sort of the yardstick and the benchmark. They've got 300,000 members, 220 professional staff, 730,000 volunteer hours, which equates to something like $7 million worth of volunteer effort. So I'm not saying exactly what we need to do here in Victoria, but that's giving us lots of insights as to how we as a sector need to progress to do more. So how are we going to do it? It will require some funding and some technical assistance, so we can enable groups like ATF to do more projects, to do more complex projects, to coordinate more people, and to really deliver on their mission of what they need to do, and also the clubs as well. So funding and resources is essential, and particularly around the capacity. Sometimes you might have heaps of volunteers, but not enough capacity to kind of do the projects. And I guess some of the great work that we're doing might sort of involve a 3-hour sort of planning session, but there's a lot of work that a lot of people are doing behind the scenes to kind of make that happen. So let's have a plan for the next 5 or 10 years of how to get where us fishers want to go. So the clubs and volunteers are absolutely critical. Volunteerism isn't free. It does cost the coordination, but it's certainly cheaper, and it's great sort of social capital that private investors are really keen on. If they can see a lot of the community out and about doing stuff, they're really keen to invest in that. We also need to know that fishers will have different type of motivations as to what they want out of the volunteering. They just might want to just get in there and get dirty and do some great stuff, while others might be really keen behind the scenes with a lot of the planning and whatnot. And we need to start collecting all these hours, all the work the fishers are doing, because that's really important. So skills, let's think about some training. Let's think about some accredited courses, some skill sets to get up to where we need to be. And lastly, I don't want to steal too much thunder as well, but I think there's a real opportunity right now to not only adopt some of our rivers and stretches of rivers, but to even manage part of it. Sometimes it's hard for government to manage these other stretches, but they're really important to us fishers. So these are some of the discussions happening right now. So we need to make sure that our sector's equipped, has the support and the processes behind it to start doing these really exciting things and continue to build through a partnership approach. And that's me.
Thank you. What are you hitting here? No, it's this way, right? I'll do this one. It's all right. You can start. Just that one. You start. It goes there. That one. That's it. Thank you. It's indeed a pleasure to be here amongst all these passionate fishers. It's fantastic. That's our new logo, the ATF logo. And I asked people if they had any idea of who created that beautiful logo, and 100% correct. Trevor Hawkins. And we can't be more thankful to you, Trevor. But I want to say a little bit more about Trevor. His total input is huge. His personal input, he gets involved in just about everything we do. He's not a member, he has to remain independent being a journalist, but he attends most of our events. He came up to Snobs Creek to help with the loading of the incubators. He came to the Stevenson Planting Day, which you've seen already and you'll see again shortly. He came to the Myrtleford fish habitat workshop that we had in April and participated all along the way. So he doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, he really puts in. And apart from that, if you do read Freshwater Fishing, I think you can just about feel the passion that Trevor puts into his articles on wild trout. Thank you, Trevor, for all of that. You can go straight to the ATF Hall of Fame. Fantastic. Let's see our vision and mission and our strategic plan. If we just have a look at our vision just for a moment, it has some words in it which future generations to come. Memories, can you cast your mind back to when you caught your first wild trout? Which stream you were in? Who was with you? What bait you used? Can you remember? I'll bet most of you can. And was it exciting? So we have a little part in here. I can remember, by the way, I was very fortunate. I was born and bred in a little town called Bright, within a stone's throw from the Ovens River, and I just happened to have a fisherman grandpa who was my carer. So I started at a very early age, and I've got some great memories about that. But as our Vice President Ray Buckland emphatically says, I want my grandkids and their kids to experience the thrill of catching a wild trout in a stream. And it's up to us to make that possible. There's a bit of repetition here, so I won't go through it all, of course. We've had Dan DeWalter, and now we've had Dr. John Morangello again. Dr. John's research is just so scary. It's got the alarm bells ringing very loudly with us, and it did last year as well. So thanks very much for fighting the living daylights out of us, Dr. John. But it just brings a message that we must get moving now. We've already heard about the threats from a number of speakers, so I won't dwell there so I can really keep going. We've heard about the droughts, etc. But the important thing is we can do something about these things. Imagine having snags in the river increases a trout abundance by a massive 88%. I can remember when I was a youngster seeing the Ovens River Trust pull all the snags out from a Harriet Fall right down to Wangaratta. They pulled them all out, thought they were doing the right thing. And what are we doing now? We're putting them all back in again. And if we can increase trout abundance by a massive 88% by doing that, that has to be the way to go. We've also seen a lot of boulder seeding in a number of our streams, and it really is proven, is putting snags and boulders back in the river to create habitat. It's proven in streams, as I've said there, the Ovens, the Delatite, Buckland, Stevenson, Rubicon, Mittamitta and Kiwa. There's just so much happening there. And of course, Mike spoke about funding before. We do have lots of funding available for riparian work and in-stream work. Dr. Greg Wood from DELT was here earlier, but he had to leave. But he really guaranteed that we'll have enough money to do all the riparian works we need to do in the next 12 months. So that's a really good sign. Okay. Oops. Just a few examples of some current works that we have on some of our rivers. This is the King River, and you can see we've got riparian and in-stream habitat restoration project here. I didn't think Russell Bird was coming today, but he did, because I was going to give him a big rap. But Russell has been the driver of this together with Andrew Briggs from North East CMA, and they've done a fantastic job. Well done, Russell. Thanks a lot for that. You're a habitat champion. No doubt. This is a bit of boulder seeding done on the Howkwa. We're very fortunate to have some great CMAs. This is Goulburn Broken CMA, Jim Castles and the crew. And that was naturally, you can see when the water was well down. Now, has anybody in this room been there and caught a trout since those boulders were put in? Aha, there's one hand up too. I can't see, but there's more than one hand up, which is fantastic. So it just proves that it works. The Stevenson Day, I think Anthony put that slide up first today, but it was in my presentation and I wanted to keep it there. This is just a fantastic day. I can't see where you are, Chris. I've got these lights in my eyes here, but we had over 68, I think, people turned up. Why I'm asking Chris is because Chris from VRFish, we did it as a joint project, but he was the driving force behind the whole project. Together with GBCMA, Jim Castles, Sue Colin, they did a fantastic job, but we planted 630 trees, I think it was, and we've got more of these projects coming up very soon around in various areas. But Chris Leckie, you are also a habitat champion. You did a fantastic job on that project. Thank you. There he is. And that's Gemma, his little daughter. Fantastic, Jim. Thank you. That's another part of the Stevenson's planting day. Getting back into habitat, we at the ATF put in for an RFL grant a couple of years ago to hold habitat workshops. Unfortunately, it was denied. However, persistence does beat resistance. We worked that out. And we were offered money to do it then by DELT, by Greg Woodward and Amber Clark, and also by Anthony and Travis. So we have the funding now, the money's in the bank, and we had our first habitat workshop at Myrtleford in April. And you can see what the aim is. Everyone's been talking about it. We need more habitat soldiers, and this is what it's all about today. Sorry. The team who presented, a pretty motley lot, but did a fantastic job on the day. We had over 60 people attended the workshop, and the sessions were all very relevant. Jared and Renee, that was about healthy habitat flows and fish. John Douglas and Taylor Hunt, they also did habitat connections about the trout food and how the habitat can help that along. And Chris also did a good presentation on what trees to plant in particular areas. Okay. That's Matt. He's going to be up here very shortly. He's our chairman of stocking at the ATF, and also gave a presentation on the Jordan Scotties where we were. There's Jared giving his dissertation. Doesn't mind the camera, Jared. There he is again. Anglers in action at Myrtleford. Now, what we did at Myrtleford after these presentations, all the attendees went out and we visited the site at the Buckland River, where the ATF had acquired funding from RFL to do a habitat project which involved putting 35 hardwood trees with root bulbs attached into the river and pinning them with red gum stakes. And also, at this stage, there's 84 tonnes of boulders. Now, that is going to make a tremendous difference to that fishery. If we get that habitat up and we get an increase by 88%, we'll be laughing. And also some boulders on that particular site. Okay. Now, resulting from the workshop, we had 19 new habitat restoration projects recommended by the attendees. And more good news is that we already have 2 of those funding approved from VFA. Once again, thank you, Travis and Anthony. The money's in the bank already, and we're already applying for the permits to get these particular projects done. Each of these projects, I haven't put down the names of all the clubs involved, but they are abbreviated there. We've got the Rubicon River at Thornton, which is with GBCMA as well, and all of these clubs noted there have already volunteered to partake in some of the riparian work. And the same with the Mitta River at Tallandoon, in-stream and riparian habitat project there, with the clubs helping all along the way. The remaining projects, suggested projects, are being investigated, and of course there'll be a lot of goers in there. We had a target to get 6 projects out of that particular workshop. We're going to surpass that by far. There's some of the other suggestions. More Ovens River, Lower Buckland River, West Kiwa. That's the Kiwa Valley Angling Club. Then there's another project there over the hill at Mitta, Morass and Livingston Creek. The Mitta part of that project was presented to us or given to us by the Bairnsdale Fly Fishing Club. I think there's a few representatives from Bairnsdale here today. But we also have the Benambra Angling Club, and they've recommended one in Morass Creek and Livingston Creek. So what's happening there, the CMA has already agreed. We're going to package those up into one particular project, one big project. It'll probably take 2 years at the least, but that is really going forward. And in addition, we've already spoken to the GBCMA, Jamison and Delatite rivers, and boulders and snags and riparian planting that will go on as well. On the strategic plan, the other part is people, and all about people. And we're so fortunate we have the CMAs to offer support for all our habitat projects. Incidentally, we also have Matt Bowler from WG, West Gippsland CMA, here today, and Matt took us on a tour of the McAllister and the Wellington this year, and there's also a project going on there, and he's also speaking to Peter and Ray from the Sale Fly Fishing Club to be involved in that particular project as well, which is good. The ATF is always available to assist with any permit applications or grant applications in any way. And Richard Regala, from VFA Manager of the RFL Grants, he is so helpful. Any queries, he can help you out on that as well. But as far as people go, you, the anglers, you're the most important. And to all the anglers who have teamed up with us over the last couple of years on all of these projects, on a lot of these projects, or done your own, on behalf of all the stakeholders, thank you very much. You've done a fantastic job. More volunteers are most welcome, and you can please register your name if you can help in any way at the ATS stand out the side there. The reverse form of that particular volunteer form is an ATF membership application. I'd be very happy if you completed one of those as well. So what we have is the positions vacant. Habitat volunteers, please register. We need you. ATF membership, please register, because we want you. And as far as putting in a little bit extra, if you've got the time to do it, and you've got the passion to do it, the inclination to do it, please join us and take an important role as part of our Habitat Committee. You don't need any experience, you don't need any qualifications. All you need is to have a willing heart, and we need you and want you. Thank you very much for listening.